let's see. If the sound is actually working. Sounds like the sound is actually working. That means we're good to go. Welcome to the heat wave, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be another blistering 32 degrees today in the Netherlands. And we are here early morning working out. And it's still like 19 degrees outside. So it is warm. So I expect there to be some sweating. I expect us to have a good workout this morning. For those of you who are watching, my name is Toby. I'm 41 years old, and I train to live an active, self-sufficient, and adventurous life. Do so by minding my sleep. I try to get between 7 and 9 hours in a night. The entire last couple of days, it's been closer to 6.5, 6:45. So it's not too bad, but could be better. But I think it's also in part because of the heat and the light. So we'll get that sorted soon enough. I'm not too worried about it. Do that by minding what I eat. I try to eat within my energy balance, which is around 2,200 calories. So I don't overdo it on the days. I don't underdo it either. I try to eat lots of greens, lots of vegetables, a lot of healthy home-cooked things. So I have a lot of control over what I eat. And I try to hit my protein goals of between 60 and 80 on regular days, between 80 and 100 grams on days that I train with weights like today, to make sure that I have enough fuel for strength and muscle growth and repair. All of those things taken together. I try to spend time with people I love and care about, spend time with my family, with my friends, contribute to my communities, and I try to do some things that I enjoy, like judo and creative writing, making videos here, but a whole package of life that is adventures and fun as far as I can tell. If those are things that you're interested in, then just go ahead, check out my channel, hit like, subscribe, and we can maybe continue the conversation. This is about how I feel, not about the way I look. I think that the way we look is a nice byproduct of our lifestyle, and in this case, by having an active, sporty lifestyle, there's a somewhat athletic look, but it's definitely not lean ripped. It's definitely not magazine cover or Instagram worthy in the role of a model, but it is being fit, being healthy, being capable, and that I think will show just in the overall appearance and how we carry ourselves. And I hope that's something that you might discover for yourself through effort and time as well. Today we're going to work out with kettlebells. We're going to be full body. They're going to be swings. They're going to be snatches. They're going to be cleans, presses. There are going to be some push-ups in the mix, and we're just going to mix it all together. I don't want to take it too hard on my legs because I have an hour of judo ahead of me this evening. That's more than 12 hours from now, so enough time to recover. But still, need some energy reserves for that as well, because we need to be able to function on the judo mat. And that's all I have this morning in terms of talk. Probably going to talk about health, fitness, and we're going to get started. I'm just going to take my hay fever tablet because I feel that there might be a lot of pollen in the air today, and then we're going to get started for real. Of course, with the timer turned on. So, how's your summer been so far? Mine's been pretty good, and it's going to get a lot better because we are going to go on holiday soon. And I think life is going to be amazing. For the 4 weeks that I'm going to be on holidays, I'm very much looking forward to that. And of course, during that time, yes, I will be streaming and working out because that is just a part of my daily routine. But it'll likely look a bit different because we're going to be in the mountains, and it's going to be days filled with hiking, so I'm not sure how heavy or hard I'll be going for those 4 weeks, but let's see. In any case, it's 5:24 a.m. and I'm going to hit the timer and we're going to get started. For those of you watching here on the stream, thanks for dropping by. You can see that I have better audio on my other stream. If you're interested in hearing what I actually have to say, if you're just here for a workout, feel free to stay here and watch. International Scoutly Harvester. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? A la derecha y izquierda. Thanks for dropping by and saying hi. It's 5:25. I hope you're doing well where you're at. It's 5:25. I've hit the timer and we're just going to ease into a workout, and it is quite warm, so we're gonna have to be mindful not overdoing it. But now summer is here. People often talk about their fitness in relation to what they want to do in summer. I hope that if you have been following this channel, you have actually figured out what it means to just be. We're still warming up, by the way. To just be we figured out what it takes to be active and fit for life without being worried about what we look like, because health and fitness and looks are two completely different things. There are relationships between the domains. First set of snatches for today done. I'm going to do three of those. Nothing crazy. It's a lightweight. We're just testing that mobility in the shoulder, because I know that if I rotate it well with my shoulder blade, it works fine. You need to keep seeking out that range of motion. Second set of the snatch. Going into the third set. Justin, thanks for rolling by, saying hi. Hope you're doing well. I appreciate you rolling by and saying hello. Third set coming up. Then we're going to do some regular old swings. Okay. There we go. Now, 10 sets, 14 swings. Nice and easy. Now, like I said, if you've been around on this channel, you probably know that in general, what we want to work on is a routine, a lifestyle that involves good sleep, good food, sufficient movement, whether it's training or just activity, doesn't really matter. They both serve different purposes in order to increase the span of healthy living that we can do in the years that we are given. And then if through those choices we manage to we manage to live long and healthy lives, and we can do that in a way that we're happy with, doing things that we enjoy, eating foods that we enjoy, being active in a way that we enjoy. I think we're all winning, right? But there is something to be said for third set. Just gonna grab a sip of water. So we go into the fourth set here. So All right. Fifth set coming up. And all we need to do is take an interest in our general health and fitness for living. What do I mean by that? Look at that, we've reached a halfway point. What do I mean by that? By that I mean that we should be willing to look at ourselves and our lifestyle and generally think, you know what? There are maybe things that I'm doing that are going to be detrimental or conducive to my long-term health and fitness, and I should do less or more of those. Sixth set. Seventh set coming up. I think that's, it's a very simple way to distinguish in our day-to-day between things that we enjoy and things we don't enjoy and things that will make us healthier and fitter and things that won't. That was 7th set. Coming up on the 8th set. Ninth set coming up. We're just taking it easy this morning. Not doing anything crazy. Not doing anything special. Never really push ourselves. Maybe on Sunday with sprints or on Friday with the heavier weights. Final set. We're going to move on. I'm going to move on to some rows and some one-sided thrusters. So we're going to do gorilla rows, kickstand, and then one-sided squats, thrusters. Okay. Now we're going to switch to the other side. At one point, you'd hope to combine these both into 1 minute, but let's not overdo it. Okay. Just realized doing with a 12, should be doing the thruster with an 8, even a 4, because of the shoulder. So I'm going to do it one more time with the 12, and next round we're going to swing it, mix it up with the 8. I'm probably going to do it in the same set the next time. I think that is within the realm of possibility, especially with a lighter weight. I'm going to do this one 5 times with a 12, and then the next set I'm going to go lighter, but for more repetitions. Which is less volume, but also less risk for the shoulder. Always need to keep thinking and be mindful of these things, because principle number 1, don't get injured. So if you get injured, you can't train. Okay. A not so subtle visual clue, 4 kilograms. And we're making nice time. We're doing fun things. Which is good. Okay, the last set of these. See, that's my friend YouTube Monk. YouTube Monk, thanks for dropping by, saying hi. Oh. According to the poll, you are right, buddy. All right. Okay, bring it down to some straightforward, one-sided squats. Go to the other side. They are even with 4 kilos, apparently. Unless eight times. And we're going on to them push-ups. So you did some overhead work and do the front as well. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. Just some regular old push-ups. We're going to do one more set of squats. One more set of push-ups. final set of work. I think on a hot day like today, that's also more than enough. YouTube Punk, what's it like in Texas? Because here it's going to hit 33 degrees Celsius. Again, I think for you that's normal weather, right? Nothing crazy. For me, this is like hot. Oh, don't need to thrust anything. We're done with that. Eight here, going on 8 there. Whew. And I appreciate you all dropping by, saying hi. Don't forget, if you're here, to hit like, maybe subscribe to my channel for more also conversations about health and fitness. I was on here. Oh. Yeah, that's a whole different ballgame, right? We're expecting rain and thunderstorms tonight. So my guess is it's going to be quite similar. That is going to be quite similar tonight. Final set of push-ups. Then we have our 30 minutes of working, and on a hot day like today, friends, it's more than enough. Don't overdo it. Don't go out into the heat and overwork yourself. The objective is to live longer, not to cut it short through overzealousness. All right, buddies? Life's already hard enough without us making it more difficult for ourselves. And again, just in case you're wondering, the goal is not to build the biggest, most visible muscles or the beach body for 2025, 2026. The objective is simply to stay fit and healthy for living. Remember to hydrate on hot days. And here, you can now take a seat, relax. Wednesday morning, light training, because we have another hour of intense training in the evening. Just let that heart rate settle. Check in with the body. Didn't damage anything. Everything's feeling all right. Be happy. Smile. Think happy thoughts. Think of all the good things that life has to offer. Or the few good things that life has to offer. I always find it important to remember that I have control over how I respond to the world. I can't control the world, the people around me, but I can take a step back, understand the situation, and then decide what I'm going to do, even in a split second, even if I take longer to deliberate. And when it comes to choices of sleep, of food, movement, friendship, pursuits, it is important to remember that that power rests with us entirely. Thanks for dropping by, friends. For those of you who are watching, my name is Toby. I'm 41 years old. I train to live an active, self-sufficient and adventurous life. I do so by minding my sleep, what I eat, how well I move. I'm here every day streaming a workout. We can have a chat about health, fitness, kettlebell, anything you want. If you show up in chat, YouTube punk, as always. It's a pleasure to have you here. Justin, thanks for dropping by, and whoever else was on the chat, I hope you found the library that you were looking for. Remember, friends, that we're good just the way we are. We've got to love ourselves before we can move on. It is the person we are today that's going to get us to where we want to be tomorrow. And a bit of kindness is going to go a long way. That's all I've got for you today. The only way to get anything done is by showing up and doing the work. Right? So let's keep on doing that. Thanks for dropping by. Remember, hit like, subscribe, say hi, and get my channel over 1,300 subscribers. That'd be cool. And maybe watch a couple of minutes of my video. Take care, friends. And YouTube punk, remember, the only way to get anything done is by showing up and doing the work. Subscribe.